Right now, you might be bored. Not tired, not sad, not hungry, just bored. And if you stop to think about that, it is one of the strangest things a living creature can experience. A feeling that the present moment is not enough, even when nothing is actually wrong. No other animal on Earth does this. And the reason why reveals something deeply uncomfortable about what you are and what your brain was built for. Boredom is not a minor inconvenience. It is a signal, a warning, a message from a part of your brain that is hundreds of thousands of years old, sent to a version of you living in a world that brain never anticipated. Picture your ancestors from roughly 200,000 years ago. Small groups, moving across landscapes, tracking animals, reading weather, negotiating alliances. Their minds were constantly, relentlessly engaged. Not because they chose to be, because survival demanded it. There was no idle time. Every second of stillness carried risk. A quiet forest might mean a predator had silenced it. Your ancestors' brain learned, over millions of years, to treat mental inactivity as a threat. Anthropologist Daniel Lieberman at Harvard calls this evolutionary mismatch, the gap between the environment your body evolved for and the one you actually live in. Your brain was shaped by a world that never stopped demanding your attention. And now you live in a world that sometimes demands almost nothing. That tension is boredom. But here is where it gets stranger. Psychologist John Eastwood at York University found that boredom is not simply the absence of stimulation. It is the failure to engage your attention with available stimulation. You can be surrounded by things to do and still feel profoundly bored. You have probably experienced this. You open your phone, you scroll, nothing grabs you. You close it, you open it again. Your brain is demanding meaningful engagement, and the noise around you is not answering it. In 2014, psychologist Timothy Wilson at the University of Virginia ran one of the most disturbing experiments in modern psychology. Participants were placed alone in a room for 15 minutes with nothing to do. The only thing in the room was a button that would deliver a mild electric shock. 2/3 of men chose to shock themselves rather than sit quietly with their own thoughts. They chose pain, real, physical pain, over doing nothing. No other animal does this. A lion rests 18 hours a day without distress. A dog waits by the door for hours, calm. The animal kingdom is full of creatures doing nothing, apparently fine with it. You are not fine with it. Why? Because you evolved a proactive brain. Neuroscientist Marcus Reichel at Washington University discovered the default mode network. Brain regions that activate not during tasks, but during rest. This network is always running simulations, rehearsing past conversations, imagining futures, constructing meaning. Your brain is a meaning-making machine. Feed it challenge, novelty, social complexity, and it runs beautifully. Leave it without input, and it generates distress. Because from an evolutionary standpoint, an environment with nothing happening is an environment something has gone wrong in. This is also why boredom connects to self-destructive behavior. Researcher Sandy Mann at the University of Central Lancashire found consistent links between boredom and addiction, risk-taking and aggression. Bored people eat more, drink more, pick fights, seek extreme stimulation just to feel something. Not because they are weak, because the alarm is ringing and they need to make it stop. The solution is not more stimulation. Every time you reach for your phone, you silence the alarm with noise, and it works for a moment. Then the noise fades, and the alarm rings louder, because your brain was not asking for content. It was asking for meaning. What actually works is the thing that feels hardest to do when bored. Engaging with something difficult, something that requires sustained attention, something with depth. Your ancestors were not engaged because they had more willpower. They were engaged because their environment made disengagement dangerous. You have to build that now, deliberately. The next time you feel that restless, hollow feeling, recognize it for what it is. Your 200,000-year-old meaning-hunting brain looking out through your eyes, waiting for the hunt to begin. The question it is asking is not, what should I watch? The question is, what are you actually here to do? Right now, you might be bored, but for the first time, you know exactly what that means.